Welcome back, Mayday here. Another World Cup playthrough coming at you. And this is going to be our last course in Group G. This is Wren Trails by Junyuh. Let's go ahead and take a look at the draw. And there you will see full boat in Group G right now with Dylan Bronson in there. Dylan with his publish of Montauk Field Club. You've got Thomas Petroselli in there with Camp Lonesome, Nitro's in with Yavongo Beach GC, and now Junyuh with Wren Trails. Not a ton of publishes under Junyuh's belt, but he was third in the rookie contest, not this year, but the previous year. Couple of decent designers finished 1 and 2 in that contest. B101 and Golf Wolf UK. I would say it was a pretty decent field. So Junyuh finished third in that course with Atchafalaya. So yeah, interested to see what he's got for us here. So very sandy plot. Hard telling what he is in. My guess is he's in step. It appears, judging by that base texture. But certainly a step course that doesn't fit the step norm. Looks like a relatively tight routing. Kind of making its way through the sand there. Have a couple of holes along the coast later on. Pretty simple but understated clubhouse. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. Straightaway par 4 to start. Not a ton of course notes that I have on this one, at least from what was sent into the judging portal. Let's see. Fictional par 72 inspired by many of the great courses in the Carolinas. He does say in his forum post. All right. So we've had a couple of go that route in aesthetic. Burnt Pines was one. Most notably. A little slightly different aesthetic, but I would say of a similar cloth would be Lost Sparrow Ranch, Seabox published from a couple of nights ago. Maybe not necessarily, North Carolina low country, but kind of a lower profile, though his had a little more layout movement in it, but lower profile, tight routing, a lot of long views through pines, that kind of a ilk. And I don't think I got enough of that one. Nope. This one's playing at 7,600 yards too, so it's not for the faint of heart. And because I haven't birdied, it's already lost. Nice. Thanks for playing. Again, we kid. That's been the running joke of the contest. So, Eee, I can't even start with a par. Well, now you're really in trouble. Hi, Adam. Lurk away. Much appreciated. Thank you for popping by. I'm sure this course of some interest to you because it is part of your crossover pod. Alright, so definitely got to play to the inside of the dog leg here. Or do that. It's definitely inside the dog leg. It's inside the inside of the dog leg. I want to know who got the server mad tonight. It's blowing pretty strong this evening. All things considered, that's a pretty darn good recovery. That is a pretty gnarly pin position right there. Right on the top of a spine. Oh, boom, let's go. Let's go. The mega double breaker. That was a bonus for sure. First coastal hole of the day. Wind should hold this up a piece. Ooh, it gives us another double breaker. And we couldn't make two in a row. Which is weird because when the game came out, I mean everybody thought Delta was going to be the overpowered theme, and I think there's a lot of things Delta can still be very good at, but people are getting some use out of step too. I'd be interested to go back through and really take a survey of who did what. Because we've seen some step, we've seen a couple of Highlands, we've definitely seen some Delta, I've seen a few Boreal. I think we had a couple of Autumn in there. But we've had at least one Swiss in a Kootenai Club. There's actually been a fair amount of dispersion amongst the themes. Exactly. Yeah, I think that's why you're seeing especially Delta and Boreal, Highland, Steppe. Because now that you have the global trees, those I would say are probably Delta, Highland, Steppe, Boreal. Depending on the type of course you're wanting to create. those are probably the four best to work with, depending on what base texture you want. They get the four best base textures, let's put it that way. Countryside isn't half bad either, but I don't know if we have a countryside publish so far. I don't believe so. I'm just doing a quick scroll through. Maybe Sussex Downs. I'd have to double check though. Not sure if that's a countryside or not. Where do we want to land this? Oh, no, we don't want to play there. That's what we want. Just land it on this little slope and let it feed down. That's the plan. Or do that and not even get it there. Actually, that will run out. Could have been a little further, but it's okay. That did not break at all. It almost had a ghost break back to the left. Wow. That one caught me off guard a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, he's got some Reed Phantom Break action going on here. That I can start to see now. Just some tiny little subtle undulation changes right near the hole. They make you really on your toes when it comes to putting. Classic double breaker here. Oh, terrible putt. Had it red too, which was the pity. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, pond that we got to avoid. Makes this a bit of a tight driving hole, especially in this wind because I cannot cover this area. So I got to throttle back a little bit, it appears. Oh, did we go too far left? We did. Uh-oh. Not the miss that we wanted. At least it is light rough. That is the one redeeming quality here. Which is weird because I think this might all be light rough if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he has definitely got these pins in some well-guarded positions. difficulty. I think what difficulty? He said this was intended medium difficulty. Okay. Alright, so if you can hit this little bit of island almost at Pendage, you will have the best angle in. Not yet, Adam. In fact, it is snowing right now. We've maybe got, quarter of an inch on the ground. Pretty much all the snow is gone. We're probably, I would say maybe, if the weather holds, well, this snow notwithstanding. But if the weather patterns hold, I mean, we could be optimistically a week or two away from things opening up. Because it's supposed to warm back up. I mean, we're supposed to get up to 60 on Monday. Then cool off for a couple of days, but back up into the 60s by the holiday weekend. Go. Oh, no. Yeah. And really, I mean, the fact that we're even talking about the potential of golfing at the start of April around here is a win. Especially the last few winters. The last few winters, we've had really late thaws. I mean, we're talking more 1st of May. So we've gotten spoiled this year. So far. That isn't to say we couldn't get hit with a foot of snow sometime in the middle of April. That is very conceivable. It's happened each of the last 2 years, but so far the weather patterns look good. Well, that's one way to make a 3. Good thing the pin got in the way. 'Cause that was not going to end well otherwise. Cape style tee shot where I've got to start it over the water because this worked so well over on David's course. Well, at least we're dry. See if we can chase the driver up there. Chase we did. But at what cost? Go over that ridge, turn back to the left. Yeah, we played that. We played that at the start of the night. We played. We just got off of Shadwell Heath, but yeah, we played Tarraco prior to that, or was our first of the night. Probably only going to do one more after this. The Chutes River was published earlier on today. We do have another 9-hole published that dropped just as we were going on air, but I'm probably going to wait for tomorrow to do that one because it does appear that we're going to have 2 more publishes tomorrow at least in the main field. Sounds like Q is going to drop tomorrow. And also sounds like Todd Father is going to drop tomorrow. Oh, this better hit the pin. Okay, now this better get off the green. Yeah, no worries. If you miss them, they're up on VOD. I'll probably get these thrown up to YouTube tonight, and when they're all processed and ready to go, put the VODs up on the respective completed course threads for each course. Oh, then that was careless. Very sloppy bogey on my part to make the turn in -1. Almost a little bit of a channel we're hitting into here. It's like the world's most shallow barrettes. Barrettes, depending on your preference. Alright, I'm going to try to hold the wind here. Yeah, it was probably the safe play. Not that I have left myself an easy putt. To be fair, I don't know if there are many easy putts to be had on this course. The greens definitely serve as the primary defense. Yeah, we're just going to take our par and move on here, I do believe. And then we try to get cute with it. Whoops. Yes, I think Dylan's looking for his template back, the DP. Oh, like I said at the onset, we're going to take our 3 and run. El Grovey, I do hate to be the bearer of bad news. Yeah. Not surprisingly, you going up against the guy who's running the whole thing on his Twitter feed with his Twitter followers won. But you do have the CC title, so you got that going for you. Now, to be fair, my understanding that the brackets were set random draw, so and before we go claiming skullduggery and nefarious acts, there was a bit of chance involved there. It is what it is. Honestly, it's one of those. You got to take it with a grain of salt. Because it is what it is. I mean, it's. Oh, that was a missed opportunity there. Is part of it name recognition? Yeah, sure, probably. You know, and I think too in a format like that, people who play courses casually are looking at things differently than those who are judging and dissecting courses. But which is fine. It's horses for courses, and again, it's given a lot of guys some exposure, and that's the end game here. Whether what we believe it to be the best course comes out on top, exactly, Nitro. Yes, at the end of the day, the community does indeed win. Let's see if we can flag one here. We need a birdie. Ah. That it does. And it would certainly be a worthy winner because, as you know, it was one of my top 3 courses in the Dream Team contest, along with Port Melbourne and Respondo. Beyond those 3, it was all kind of take it or leave it for me. Nothing really struck a chord with me. Not to say that the courses that were put out were bad. I mean, the overall depth of the field was phenomenal, but there's just a handful of courses that really trip somebody's trigger, and those 3 were among those for me in the Dream Team contest. Oh, get in! Oh! Almost had 2 the hard way. Oh. Ooh. The best bet would be to follow Andre on Twitter. Yeah, I'm wondering why Storm King wasn't on the list. Oh, that's not going to cover it, is it? Get in the bunker. Yeah, I could definitely see that, Adam. Um, maybe not as wild as some Strand screens. I mean, they've got movement in them, but not just like these massive elevation changes. We can have a go at this one. And I am going to commit to over the back of the green being okay here. Yeah, the way he ties in the native areas, I can definitely see that. It's time to chip one in, I think. Damn near. Hey, all of a sudden, we've reeled off 3 in a row here. This is a lot like Turaco, where we were scuffling around near par most of the way and then got hot right at the end. No, I didn't hit it. Oh. All right, last one here. All right, so yeah, you really need a helping wind for this hole. This is whew, this is a beast into the wind. Yeah, I got to make sure I cover the front there. Had to make sure. Ooh, we didn't cover by much. Yeah, this hole plays differently with a helping wind for sure. Where I could have gotten over to the left side there and opened things up a touch. I will take a par and run. This is a pretty tough test, and I'm okay with shooting -4 here. So, again, this Wren Trails by Junyuh. Group G now complete in the World Cup. And taking a quick look at the bracket here. He's in there with Dylan Bronson, Thomas Petroselli, and with Nitro as well. So, alrighty, we will take a quick break. When we come back, will probably be our last one for the night. New published earlier today to Shoots River Club. One of the OGs when it comes to designing, Joe Fickett. Be checking his course out next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.